guys are just tuning in, something fun that chat asked me to do was a full 3v3 defense of Deathknights, and I happily obliged. Why not? So you're gonna see that I have 12 Deathknights on defense, right? Right now, I do have one level 60. I also have two. So I have a 5 here, and I have a 5-star here, and the rest of them are 4 stars, but we're working on getting them all up to 6. Now, what's fun about this is the first time that we actually, when we look at the defense page, they have 4 victories on here, which is a lot of fun. So they're actually winning some of their defense matches, which you wouldn't always expect. But I'll show you guys the stats on my Deathknights, and I really encourage you, have some fun. Maybe if you want to do something memey, like what kind of champs would you put together? If you were going to do a meme team for your 3v3, what would it be? Like, I have people that say like 12 Apos could be a lot of fun. Or I've had people say like they want to do like there's different dogs in the game, maybe like all dogs or bullies. I've heard like 12 bullies before. So I would love to hear like what would be one of your favorite or most fun like meme team kind of defense you would make if you were going to make a meme 3v3 defense. So let me show you my Deathknights. I'm going to show you their stats because we definitely have a lot of fun with them. So those of you that aren't familiar with his kit, keep in mind, Deathknights are common, so it doesn't really have much of a kit. The passive is called Payback, has a 30% chance of counterattacking when hit, and his A1 is called Rusty Sword. Attacks an enemy, has a 15% chance of placing a sleep debuff for 1 turn. And of course, if you book him, which he's a common, so he's very easy to book, the sleep chances increase. Okay, the sleep chances increase on him. So this is basically, it's a very, very simple kit. And as we know, a sleep can mess up whatever combos they're trying to do in the arena. Like I talk about all the time is they've gone up against Apos and they keep sleeping Apo. So Apo can't do a speed boost, Apo can't heal. So that's what's been nice too, is you can mess up a little bit of comps having a sleep with him in there. Again, just something a little bit fun that can be added in. All right, so here's the Deathknights. Now what's important to know about this one is I also have him speed tuned for my Ultra Nightmare Unkillable Clan Boss. And so you're gonna see with his stats, he's at 175 speed, and he's also in a toxic set. So he's in toxic and speed. Lone Wolf, thank you for the follow. Because like I said, I have him speed tuned for Clan Boss. So this one is my first Deathknight that's a 60. Oh, and it's also important to point out that all 12 of my Deathknights are fully booked because they're easy to book, right? Commons are very, very easy. And we are working on his masteries. He does have some time to go, but we're working on masteries. My second Deathknight, that's 5-star. This one is in a Swift Parry set. Now, chat voted for this, and it's pretty funny because with Swift Parry, there's a 50% chance of unkillable when hit with a fatal hit. And I do find it procs really often when I do 3v3 offense matches. It's pretty hilarious. And again, I'm sure it procs on the defense as well too. So we have a full Swift Parry set on this one. My second 5-star I do have in a Frost set. And as you see, we're working on rolling up the gear a bit too. And the rest of my Deathknights are kind of split up between Frost and Cursed gear, kind of just for the fun and for the memes. And that's kind of how I have them labeled here, is like the 1s are in a Curse set and the 2s are in a Frost set. And so I find this just makes it a lot of fun. And they do have somewhat of a decent amount of accuracy. Like when we check out my 5-star up here, this guy's got 209 accuracy. So they do land their sleeps pretty regularly. And it's hilarious when they get attacked. And these Frost sets that I have on, when they proc, because the Frost set is a 20% chance to place a freeze debuff on the attacker. They proc all the time. So that's really funny. Between the sleeps and the freezes, we have some really, really interesting and fun matches. So I would love to know, if you're doing 3v3, what kind of fun teams would you put in there? I'm having a blast with Deathknights, and I have to say, chat always seems to be very amused when we're watching and we're playing 3v3. And then, like I said, when we head over into here and we check and see how they did in the battle log and see that they actually win. Now that's funny. So I would love to know, what kind of fun are you having? What are you trying to do, or what would you be doing? Would you want to try out a bunch of Deathknights yourself too? I would love to know. So we'll see how they do on this one. I have a 60 here. on the top one with Arbiter. I got one of my 5s here with Siffy, and I have one of my 5s down here with Chris. Let's see how they do. We call these supervised training missions, is what we call these ones. And sleep, baby. It's always so satisfying watching them land their sleeps and watching them land their freezes. It's always very funny, very satisfying. Oh, Relic Keeper thought he could one-shot my 60 Death Knight? Well, how about that? They tried so hard, but couldn't do it. So we call these training missions supervised training missions. When we take some of these Death Knights along with another champ. Hey, Lord Farquaad! Now, chat, why that's so humorous is I call the arcade keep boss Lord Farquaad. This is called Deathknight's Revenge. This is called Deathknight's Revenge, is what we call this. So yeah, supervised training missions. This is pretty fun. We just take in one other champ, we take in the Death Knights, and we just kind of like let them do their thing. And they have a good time. Alright, that's one down. Boom! And the sleep. And like I said, it's always so much fun seeing them land their sleeves. Good times had by all. Now this one, I feel like this is the one that's in Swift Parry. Good job. Last one's Dark Athel. You guys got her. Okay. Gotta love like the sleeps and the all the debuffs are always landing on them. I don't think we've seen a freeze yet. Alright, last group. Oh, they got a fake Apo. They got a Magister sleep. Oh, I love this sleep. Just keep sleeping still. Love it. They just keep sleeping her. Sleep. Sleep. Every single time. Oh, man. Like I said, the sleeps and the freezes are just so much fun to watch. It's hilarious. It's so funny. And so that was an example of one of our supervised training missions that we take the Deathknights on, because they're not all fully 60 yet, right? They're not all fully 60. They are fully booked, but they don't all have masteries, and their gear isn't fully rolled up yet. So I think it'll be so much more fun as we get to level them up more, get the masteries on them, and level up their gear. I'm looking forward to just seeing how much more fun we can have with them.